Hello and welcome. Today we're working on accounting for current liabilities. Now, this is in financial accounting or the principles of accounting sequence. So if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. We're working our way through the financial accounting course, and so we've already done assets like cash and inventory and receivables. Now we're to current liabilities or payables. Now, current liabilities, the definition is 1 year or less. Now there's an exception. If the operating cycle is longer, then we use the operating cycle. Now the definition of current liabilities or any liability is it's a past event that causes a present obligation and requires future payment. Now what's the difference in current liabilities and long-term liabilities? Well, long-term liabilities are greater than 1 year. All right, so we're going to do several little examples of these first ones that I've highlighted here, but let's look at current liabilities. Accounts payable would be one, sales tax payable, unearned revenue would be a current liability. Notes payable is 12 months or less. Longer than 12 months would be a long-term liability, notes payable, rather than a short-term or current liability. Interest payable, wages payable, income tax payable, payroll taxes, salaries, on and on are current liabilities. So we're always trying to figure out how much do we owe within 1 year. So let's do a couple little problems. For accounts payable, we generally see something like inventory and accounts payable. So we debit inventory, credit accounts payable, and let's say the amount is $33,000. Well, there we go. So let's do sales tax payable. Let's say Bullseye has sales of $220,000 in a city with an 8% sales tax. Now you know how this works, so let's plug in and figure out how much is the total collected. And so if our sales, in this case our sales are $220,000 and our sales tax is 8%, I'm trying to set up a little input so I can easily change numbers and things like that. So how much is our sales? Well, our sales are going to be $220,000. How much is our sales tax? Well, our sales tax is going to be $220,000 times the 8%. So we're going to add on another $17,600. Now, if we're the retailer, this is not our money. We're collecting it for the state and for the county and for the city. So this is sales tax. We immediately have collected, but we owe it to the government, owe it to the state, so therefore that's $17,600. So what happens is we collect $220,000, the sales for the company, plus $17,600. We collect a total of $237,600. So we need to be very careful. We know that how much is our revenue, $220,000, and how much is the amount we owe to the government, and that's $17,600. So let's look at the question up here. What is the cash collected from the customers? It's not just $220,000, it's really $237,600. All right, so sales and then sales tax on top of that. That's how it works in states in the United States. Now let's think of it the different way. A lot of times you might go to a movie or a concert or a sporting event and they have total receipts that include sales tax. So during the month, movie theaters had total receipts of $54,500, and that included a sales tax of $109. So what is the sales tax? Now, if you're not careful, you say, I understand, I got it, I'll just go do it real fast. You're tempted to take $54,500 times the 9%, and that's going to be a little bit too high. All right, because here's the point. We're given total receipts, which is revenue plus tax. So here's the way we think about it. Our sales are going to be the 100%, and then in this case, we're going to add on the 9%. So we've collected a total of $109. So this sales tax is not going to be correct. So how do we calculate this? Well, we know our total receipts are going to be $54,500. So what we need to do is we have these on the same line, we have the 54,500 represents 109% of our sales. So to get the sales number, we're going to take the 54,000 divided by the 109. And so 54,500 divided by 109% gives us the 100%, which is 50,000 is our sales. And then 50,000 times 9% is going to be our tax. So what is the sales tax? It's not that 4,900, it's only 4,500 in this case. And what are our sales? Well, our sales are 50,000. So if you're not careful, if you multiply it times the total receipts, then you're paying more tax, more sales tax than you need to. You're paying sales tax on top of sales tax. So you don't want to do that. So how do we make the journal entry? Same kind of thing. Now we know our sales. Our sales are 50,000. Our sales tax payable, we've collected 4,500 because our total cash receipts is the 54,500. So that's how you do sales tax if you're given the sales or if you're given the total collections, the total cash receipts or the total collections with credit cards and cash and everything. All right, the last one we're going to work on this video is unearned revenues. So let's say we have opera company and they pre-sale for the upcoming season. They have shows, they have, let's say, 5 shows, and the shows are the season tickets. They sell 600,000 worth of season tickets. So this is in July in the summer. And so then the season starts in September. So what are our revenues? Well, our revenues are going to be 600,000, okay? Or that is how much we collect. Now, technically, is this revenue? Well, this is our cash collections. So what happens here? So how much do we collect? We collect 600. And it's not revenue yet because it's only revenue when we present a performance, when we have a show. So this is unearned revenue. And what happens? If we don't have a show, if somehow there's weather or the company cannot perform it, there's illness or whatever, then we owe them that money back. So this is not revenue until we actually show the performance. So let's say during September, they show one of their shows, and so 1 out of 5. So we're going to take 1 divided by 5. We're going to assume that everyone paid for all 5 shows. So the revenues are earned 1/5 every time we put on a show. So maybe for this week we have shows on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and then next month they'll have another show or whatever. And so they've earned revenue of 20%. So what entry would we make at the end of September? Well, at the end of September, we have now earned that as revenue. So we're going to debit unearned revenue, and we're going to credit revenue. So unearned revenue is a liability, and we would take the 600,000 times 20%, how much we've earned. So we have collected the cash of 600,000, which we're happy that we've done, but we've actually earned now after September, after our first performance, then we have earned 20% of that. So that's our revenue that we've earned, 20% of 600,000 or $120,000.